Hey friends, so in today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about what happened with my home building process, if we are still building a home, and what all is going on with that. If you guys don't already know me though, hi, my name is Christina. I do have a main channel, which is Christina Randall. Over there we do true crime, current events, some prison stuff. There's some prison videos over there, some story times over there. It's a good time. Go on over there. Check it out if you haven't already been over there. I also have a Patreon. Now, my Patreon is for 18 and up. Over there we go live. It is a really good time. It is a smaller knit family over there. We do true crime stuff. We do personal story times. It's that type of thing if you're 18 and up and you'd like to join. And I also have a Facebook as well as an Instagram, and those are always linked down in the description box if you'd like to come and check me out. So this is a Saturday. I don't know if you guys can hear, but people are doing their yard. We are currently remodeling our kitchen. If you guys are on my Instagram, then you have really seen us remodeling our kitchen. And if you guys are over here, then you know that we built the outdoor kitchen. And a lot of you guys are asking, why in the world are you doing all this stuff or updating this stuff if you're still building your dream home? If you're, Just to kind of backtrack for those of y'all that may not have been with me for a while and watched my videos. I know a lot of you guys have. Thank y'all. Love y'all so much. But a long time ago, I've expressed it to you guys many times over the years that my dream would be to buy a big piece of property and build a house on it. And then that way my kids could ride their four-wheelers and just very outdoorsy / homestead / country vibe, right? Like that's what I'm looking for. That is my dream, not the mansion with the beautiful, waterfall when you drive in and all that stuff. That's not what with the Rolls Royce, 3 different cars, like that's super cool. And I love seeing people online like that, but that is not my dream. My dream is the country, right? And then also to have the big piece of property to be able to move my in-laws out there. And then also my grandmother eventually one day. Now she and her husband are the stubborn ones. Okay. My in-laws, they ready to go. Okay. They locked and loaded and ready to go. We finally found our dream property. We're in the process of building, and well, we thought we were at that time. And so last year when we bought it in the beginning of 2021, things were a lot different than they are now, but they were also a lot different than they were in 2019, right? I'm filming this in 2022. You guys know that the Rona hit in 2020, the beginning of it in March. I will never forget because I was in Chicago freaking out with my son, trying to figure out if they were closing borders and I was going to be able to get back home, and just not, because they were closing borders between the states. I mean, it was complete chaos, if you guys remember. It was very unprecedented times. We didn't know in 2020, just like I'm sure all of y'all didn't know what was going to go on with this whole new virus situation. I know that a lot of us believed that it couldn't last forever, right? It wasn't going to last forever. It was going to come, work its way through the community. There would be herd immunity one way or another, and we would learn to live with it just like we do the flu and every other virus. Then we got into 2021 and things were settling or whatever, and my husband and I went back to looking for property. We're actually looking for a house at that point because we couldn't find the property. The market was crazy, and it's still pretty crazy. And we have been looking for property for probably 4 or 5 years, honestly. Just been looking for exactly what we wanted in the price range that we could afford. So in 2021, we found our property. In the beginning of it, we're so excited. We ended up having 2 acres of it cleared with a long S-curve driveway. And then we got in the process of building. And the process of building does not just start off where you just build the house. There's a lot of things you have to do first. We had the well installed for water. We have been dealing with the power company to have power put out there, getting, different stuff, right? And then we went to different home builders, and at this time, everything was on back order, like as a lot of you guys probably know. So it was taking what would typically take a house to be built in 8 to 10 months, 2 years. And so at this point, we're like, oh my goodness, like, wow. But this is the world that we're in. This is what we're thinking at this point. But that's okay. We have a home that we live in. We're very happy with. We're, I would say, somewhat comfortable. We've definitely outgrown our home. we'll make different adjustments. We'll get the studio for me to work in, This is all of our train of thought. Then we went to different people, actually some people that we knew that had home plans like that are very prestige home builders, and none of the home plans fit what we were looking for. And I actually had found one home with this one construction company that I liked, and I liked it, but it wasn't like what I envisioned for my forever home. But I was like just kind of really trying to get the ball moving, and I made a comment to one of my friends that, yeah, this house is going to be nice, but it's definitely not my dream home. And Jeremy heard that, and he didn't like it. He was like, if this is not your dream home, we don't need to build this house. I was like, well, I don't know if we're ever going to get our dream home with everything going on right now. Like, I just don't know if we'll do that. And you guys, by the way, my dream home is a 4-bedroom home with a big kitchen, an open floor plan, a big bathroom, lots of natural light, and a big old pantry, right? My dream home is not like maybe some people's dream. When you think of dream home, you're thinking like Kylie Jenner home. No, that's not my dream home. But still, so Jeremy was like, well, we need to build the dream home. If it takes us a long time and we have to do it in pieces, this is our forever property. This is our forever home. We need to do it right. I felt so thankful that he said that. So we went from there to another custom home builder. Absolutely amazing. Hooked us up with his architect, I think that's what it's called, like a designer or whatever. And we sat down with her and we went back and forth, and we were supposed to have our home plans finalized in 6 weeks. This was the end of last year in 2021. Well, new wave of COVID. Her husband got very sick. A lot of things happened, and then it ended up taking like 4 to 5 months for us to get our first draft of our home plans. And of course, adjustments needed to be made. We've gone back and forth for probably about 6 months now, and we have just finalized our plans. So now we're into 2022, and we have finally finalized our plans. Now, you guys want to know why I'm not jumping up and down with excitement? Bear with me, I'm going to tell y'all. I love the plans that we finalized. Is everything that I wanted and more, I think. I haven't seen the house. I'm just envisioning from the plans. It is amazing. I love it. However, now it's going from the plans to this thing called trusses, and that's something to do with the wood in the house. And then now what they do is they put together like a list of all of the things this house needs to be built. So it needs, I'm just throwing things out there. I am a ding dong trying to get my life together, okay? Like 35 copper wires, 45 tile thing, I don't know, this 85 pounds of concrete, you know, those type of, like 75 boards. Obviously it's going to be way more than any of that, but that's what it has to do, is go and get the list. And then from there, that list will go to our contractor, and the contractor will send it out for bid. Now, this is the part I'm nervous about, because we are in very, very different times than we were 3 years ago. Everything is inflated. Everything is inflated. The gas is inflated, and it's only going up. The food is inflated. A lot of you guys know, if you guys go grocery shopping, what used to, you know, a couple years ago, you'd go in and spend $150 a week for your family. I'm spending $250 easily, and it's like, whoa, right? I know a lot of you guys are feeling it too. Everything is inflated. And so this is the part that I'm nervous about, because I don't know what our house is going to cost. When 3 years ago, in my whole entire dreaming of building this house, I knew about what this house would cost to build. And it used to be cheaper to build your own house. Now it's like it's more expensive to build your own house. So anyways, in the process of this, everything has turned around. And one thing about me and Jeremy is we are set on making smart business decisions. You know, we have always been the type of people that want to live below our means. You know, when we bought our house that we live in now, which I absolutely love, we have outgrown it. It was below our means. Everything that we do, our car payments, you guys know my car that I absolutely love is a 2016. I bought it used. It's 6 years old right now, and I love it. It's paid off. It's mine. We're good. So I don't know what this house is going to cost in these times. And the last thing I want to do is, I'm just going to throw a number out there for an example. The last thing I want to do is get a price back for a house and they say $100,000. Honey, you can't buy a shack in the woods right now for $100,000, but let's say it comes back, it's $100,000 and we're in inflation. And then 2 years from now, the market crashes and we're upside down and, all of this. And I'm kind of back and forth because, part of it shouldn't really matter because it is going to be our forever home. It's not like we're getting it to sell, but also, part of our income is based on advertiser dollars. And if the market crashes, just like it did, and this is just a little brief of something, and I'm not going to be explaining all of my life and finances for a bunch of people to pick apart. I know most of you guys are my subscribers. Y'all love me and y'all care about me. But there is a handful of y'all out there that watch my videos just so you could talk crap, and I'm just not into it. But like in the beginning when COVID hit, for me, I don't know about everybody else, but the advertiser dollars, the CPMs went down. When the market crashes, advertisers are not going to spend their money on advertising when people can't even afford to feed themselves. Rightfully so, right? So all of these things, when we accept or pause our home building, has to come into play for us. And, as much as I want this and it is my dream, it's going to happen eventually. This is the question, is I don't know when right now. I mean, even windows. So our windows in the house that we're in right now, when we signed the contract for it, they needed to be replaced. When we moved in 8 years or whatever it's been, 9 years, however long it's been now, into our home that we're living in now, the windows needed to be replaced and they sweat and so last year we paid to have our windows replaced when the market seemed to be picking back up, right? The wood prices were going down. They're going back up again, but they were going down and all that stuff. So we were watching it. It took us 5.5 months to get our windows in. We wanted to redo the kitchen, something that we've wanted to do forever. And we've been waiting forever for our kitchen. So like everything is on back order. So even if we got an amazing price and we signed the paperwork tomorrow, we could get to building our houses and windows could go on back. Windows could be stalled again, and it take 2 years to get into the house. So I don't know what's going to happen. So when you guys want to know, are we still building it? Absolutely. I just have no idea when. There's so many things that are in play right now. Finances, the inflation, the market, and sometimes you have to make sacrifices in what you want to do what's best for you and your family. The last thing I want to do is jump into something because I want it so bad and be in a bad situation later, And I know that the world is always unpredictable, but this is my family, I don't know. I remember what it was like to really struggle. It wasn't too long ago. And I'd like to do everything I could to not go through that or put my kids through that. Although they've never felt us struggle. They've never known. But yeah, so that's it. Yes, I'm still building the house. I am so excited about everything. We go out there at least once a week, if not a couple times a week. There is deer everywhere. We have deer feeders out there. We love them so much. I just cannot wait to be able to sit on my porch one day and drink coffee and watch the deer and watch the other animals that we'll have out there, because we will have other farm style animals. I can't wait my in-laws, they're already preparing financially to move out there. We don't know when any of this is going to be, but they're preparing. They're saving. They're getting their affairs in order. So when it is time, they'll be ready. And I'm so excited. I will be so excited to, hop on a four-wheeler and ride over to Grandma's house, or sit on the back porch and see, Grandma Lee and Grandma Brenda riding a little golf cart over. Hey, y'all coming for dinner? Come on over. Like I envision this. I'm excited to see like the big, like barn style garage that I want to get in the back with I'm envisioning this 4 like barn style 4 garage car thing or whatever that can be like a workshop for, Jeremy and Papa. When Papa's there, he can go out there and tinker with stuff. He's retired, long-time military, and he loves to just he's here right now helping Jeremy with the kitchen. Like these are the things that I think about. And, Jaden's friends being able to come over and, swim and just that type of thing. Those are the things that I dream of, having a big garden out there. And I would really, really, really love to have beehives one day, because we do have a big enough piece of property. I have them way in the back where they can reproduce and be safe. Also come and pollinate our garden, but also, have a spot for them. And yeah, so that's it. That's where we're at. We're building it, but hopefully sooner than later. But at the end of the day, we still have a roof over our head. We're very thankful. So if it takes a while, it takes a while, but if not, it not. We do have a camper that we're taking out there, and we've got full security cameras and all of that stuff that we're going to be setting up out there so we can actually stay out there more. And I'll show you guys all that too. Just kind of do other stuff around the property, getting it ready for a house to be built when it is built. And so I'm really excited to do that, to like camp out there, maybe get the garden going. We got a bunch of fruit trees. I'll have to show you guys. We got all kind of fruit trees. So you guys can't see very well here, but in our backyard, we have a fig tree and we have an orange tree. Well, if I had it my way, the backyard would be full of fruit trees. Okay. But if we had too many trees back here, the grass wouldn't grow and all of that stuff. And we do hang out in the yard and play games and like to walk around with our feet off. So it just doesn't make sense right now. But on our property, we'll have lots of fruit trees. And this is just a dream that I've always, I want my kids to be able to run under the trees and pick their fruit off, sit under a tree. And, I remember going to my great grandpa's house when I was little, which is my grandma's father, and he had pecan trees. And I would go, and he had a big old fig tree too. And I would go outside when I would get to go over there. It wasn't often, but when I did, I loved being over there, and I would get to, take the pecans, pick the pecans up off the ground and crack them. You put 2 of them in your hand and crack them and pick the pecans out and eat them. And those are the things that are just so important to me. You know what I mean? I can't wait until the day that I can have it. And hopefully you guys will all be here to watch and see the whole journey and see the ups and the downs. Right now, I kind of feel like we're in a down part of it because everything is so unknown. But at least, we're healthy, we're happy, we have a roof over our head, and we have so much to be thankful for. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Have y'all been in the home building process? Has it been crazy? Has it gone quick? Are you in construction and you see it turning over? Honestly, everything that I'm seeing and hearing it's not. It's going back into the bad direction, but that's okay. There's so many, truthfully and honestly, there's so many more super important things going on in the world right now, which is why it's taken me so long to put out this video. With everything going on in all different parts of the world, not just one part, but all different parts. I was just like, I don't know if I should be talking about my home building. Does that seem a little bit like, Christina, there's more important things? But what I've realized in waiting to finally release this video is the more I wait, the things keep coming. Okay, they're not slowing down. So either I'm going to just bury my head and not do anything. Like the video that I just did of my lashes. I filmed that weeks ago, but when the whole Ukraine situation happened, I'm like, I can't put this video out about lashes right now. But then I also know that a lot of you guys come here for a distraction from that. And so I just want y'all to know I'm not out of touch with reality. I know everything that's going on, but either I'm going to share my life with you guys or I'm not. So if we're going to wait for there to be world peace and everybody to be happy everywhere, we probably might as well just shut down YouTube at this point. So I love you guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I hope everybody's healthy. You better be drinking your water. You better be getting outside. Let me tell you something. If you have a yard and you don't have a porch, okay, save up your money, skip, if you drink Starbucks every day or 5 days a week when you're on your way to work and it's $5 or $6, skip it for a month and a half. And, I don't know what you do in your life. Maybe it's that ice cream or that candy, or maybe it's none of it. But if you can save up, what is it? It used to be $50 or $60. I don't know now with inflation. And you can order on Amazon or go to Walmart. Sometimes Walmart's cheaper than Amazon. So always check Walmart first. Like one of those 10 by 10 canopies that you can set up outside, even in your backyard. We had one of those for a long time because we didn't have a cover. And you can just sit under that, or an umbrella, and sit outside and get some fresh air and watch your kids play if you have kids. And if you don't have kids, go sit in the grass somewhere. Truly, if you're feeling down, go to a park when it's sunny outside, whether it's cool or not, even if it's cool or if it's warm, and sit in the grass. No towel, shoes off, socks off, feet touching the earth. lay back, feel the breeze, listen to the sounds, and just like be grounded in where you're at. And I can guarantee you, it's not gonna solve your problems, but you're gonna feel better. So get outside and drink some water. And I love you guys. See you later, bye.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust.